I get kind of offended at these self-described feminists. Offended? No. See, that's the whole point. It's not to let life get you down, you know, get offended and nitpick at every little twist and turn, little bump in the road. You know, it's not about collectivizing and seeing everyone as this and that and you deserve this and that. I mean, Lord knows. The whole border crisis thing, you know, it's not about, you know, taking in a bunch of refugees. It's that it's racist. It's that it's completely flooding the population with a completely different mindset. It's where these people coming out of, they're coming out of a war-torn country thanks to us. Yes, thanks to us. Yes, we have so much, and we have to be able to give these people so much. Yes, and don't get me wrong, you know, like, I guess maybe that's what the FEMA camps were originally intended for giant mass populations of immigrants. Like, don't get me wrong, it could be used, it's barbed wire fences, these FEMA camps is completely, I mean, people that are, some homeless people that are, some drifters that are found along to survive these places are all drugged up and have no personality, and it's almost like this like ticket, like this jaywalking thing going on in California or something, where you got like 5 seconds to cross the walk with your cart if you're a homeless person trying to get across, and you get a jaywalking ticket, and boy howdy if we pick you up for multiple jaywalking tickets, and then we are going to throw you in jail. And it's a great way to call the homeless population with a wink and an edge. And I mean, now there's just swaths of homeless population. I mean, it's not like I'm such an old timer, but I mean, it's never there was like they had drifters, but you never had homeless people. Like, obviously the Federal Reserve and the Goldman Sachs and what is it, Morgan Stanley Chase and what was it, Freddie Mae and Freddie Mac, something along those lines. They were allowed to ease the credit, and it was pretty much during the Clinton years, and it was, oh man, the Clinton years, man, they eased the credit completely. That economist, I forget his name, but he pretty much fucked up with all the stocks and shit like that, and they were like, hey, you gotta let Wall Street do their thing, you know what I mean? And this is during Democratic years and stuff like that. And these are like, oh, well, the experts say we gotta let the creativity of the stock market, and we gotta let these derivatives go on for fucking ever until $1 trillion, several trillion, quadrillion. Like, when's it enough? It's like, oh man, we gotta be able to take care of all the old people. We gotta take care of all the young people. Make sure that we pay for all their education, you know, because this money will come out of thin air. We can just, with Federal Reserve, we can just print the fiat money out of, you know, we can be like Kenya, or was it Kenya? What was it? Zimbabwe. That's what it was. Zimbabwe. Whatever his name, Mutu or whatever, Mumbatu or whatever. Fucking completely inflated his currency, and he has no concept of economics. And I feel like that's a big swath of these almost socialist kind of pedigrees. Like, we have a complete silence on free speech. You have politically correct people silencing the general population because everyone's so damn afraid to say anything. And then you have the NSA spying on the NSA, and they are getting nowhere doing it. And it's like, oh, we got to spy on her because everyone's afraid of not so much Big Brother, but Little Brother. Little Brother tattling on Big Brother just to get ahead, because hell, that's a social Darwinist evolutionary theory that we have going on here. It's saying that, hey, you know what, if I fucking stab you in the back, that's just me getting ahead, right? That's just me more evolved than you. And that's it. It's the whole economic reason that we're missing. With the whole, oh, we gotta let all the 30,000 Syrian refugees, and then heard that, I'm pretty sure it was BBC through a CBC, to broadcast, and it was pretty much, oh, we could have 2 planefuls every day, and if we want to make up this quota, it'll have to be a 3rd planeful every day for 2 years or something like that, and it's planefuls of refugees just to make this quota. And it's because Justin Trudeau is just such a loving, giving guy, and we have to be so loving and liberal and loving everything. It's individual. I mean, Lord knows I have fucking friends. I'm gonna get into it, you know. I just see them as friends. If they're not gonna be my friends, they're not gonna be my friends. You know, it's just as simple as that. Fuck. You know, it's not about this person's this, this person's that. You know, and I'm so oppressed. You know, it's about we're all fucking oppressed. The world government's coming in, bro. You know. If you don't believe that, there's still more and more control that the government has over your life. And if you don't, and if you're happy paying the government's taxes, and you're always certain that socialism will provide for you, just look at the state of the economic. Look at the currency. Look at the currency. Exactly. See, where Canada's like 73 cents now. Holy shit. We were doing so well. We were on par for a bit. It was all like, oh, we gotta go North American Union, Amero, and all that shit. Jazz. And it's like, oh, we're on par, so we might as well have the same currency. And it's just, that was when I was in like 7th grade. I remember that as floats going. That thought floated in my head. I'm glad I went the other way, the other direction. Because, like, what do you know, like, really, you're just gonna, these feminist women, they're just gonna, like, crass and yell at people. My goodness. Saying, and everyone's just, oh, everyone's racist, everything's racist, it's just, you know what I mean, like, everyone's so over, a lot of people are very over it. It's just, you know, it's like, you know, like, fucking, you see the person as a good person, they're cool, you want to hang out with them, you know, you have them over at their place, they're your friend, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, I don't know, fuck, it's just ridiculousness of it all. It's like, I'm not, like, look at it this way, like, I'm not in a high salary class base, but but I still pay taxes, you know, I still pay income taxes. Yeah, if you're a student and you're like really low, you might get a little bit of a tax break or tax benefit, and it's like, oh, you know, if you're a business owner, you get to write if you match every receipt and pinch every penny, you know, it's like, you know, it's like you gotta count up all your damn receipts, and it's like some weird tax bracket base. I don't know, like, the whole point of America was that it's supposed to be free, and now it's completely not. It's just, you know, it's the states that are very minimalist government, and it's like this whole political game would not be played if the government didn't have. It shouldn't have nearly as much power as it does. Thank you, Ron Paul. Look into Ron Paul if you want. Ron Paul's cool. But oh my goodness, it's just long day. Excuse me. So what would I want to say? What would I want to say? Well, Obama's been funding these fucking assholes. And I'm not saying it's him particularly. I mean, like, alright, so Libya, Christopher Stevens sold these weapons to Turkey, right? And then that was like the last we heard of him. That was like his last meeting. This Turkish commander was his last meeting. If you look into that, it's, oh my goodness, oh man, pharmaceuticals. I don't know why I'm talking about pharmaceuticals now. I'm just like recapping everything I was saying. I don't know. I guess feminists are just. Oh yeah, so it's feminists, MSA, that are curbing free speech, and then you got piracy kind of laws that are, like Pirates Bay and stuff like that. Apparently they got SWAT teamed, and that's not cool. They're just sharing. They're just sharing. What's wrong with sharing, guys? Yeah. See, like, I don't know. I guess. Like, I'm more than happy to share, but like I only have a little bit to share. Like, like if everyone took like one refugee, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, there's not enough jobs to go around. Well, there aren't. It's like you gotta really, I don't know. It's just, nah. This Canada is not. It's terrible driving in this town. In Mississauga, Toronto area. Ottawa. Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty awful driving. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I guess it's pretty awful driving anywhere you go. Sometimes it can be really chill, I guess, but sometimes people can be just nuts. Not as bad as New York, though. Apparently New York's just fucked. And that's also interesting, is that the highest crime rates are in gun-controlled, liberal kind of states. Places with liberals have the highest crime rate. You notice that? Very mafia-run towns, if you look into that. What else? Donald Trump. I don't know about Donald Trump. He seems pretty chill, but I don't know. Sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, we need to protect. We need security," and I guess it's that kind of world we're living in now, Fuck. But I guess I'm more of a Rand Paul guy. Except if he wasn't so reserved, he'd be fucking just annihilating shit. Yeah, he pulled he's pulling some stuff, in comfortable settings, more comfortable settings, shows you can be a little bit, haha. I could say bullshit, haha. Anyway, because it is bullshit. Yeah, whatever. But I mean, like, come on, be more creative than that. Fuck. Bunch of special sophists. Anyway. Shit's fucked up. With that, I'll leave you. Good night.